my
for
honor.
them.
Welcome to the rendezvous.
How will I know which one I was arguing with?
Konnichiwa, demon. Welcome.
I was
10,000
I was
honors
saying
to
that
myself.
there was more that
To
looked just like
meet
you, and I was like, how am I supposed to know which one I was
welcome to
arguing
the
with?
rendezvous.
And then you started talking, and I was like, oh, it's that one.
Timing, friends. Make yourself at home, as tonight's event is about to begin.
Yes, that is you.
I repeat, travelers, at this time, tonight's event is about to begin. Kindly make your way to the prep room. I repeat, at this time, make your way to the prep room. Travelers, at this time, make your way to the prep room. Dearest lovely travelers, tonight's event is about to begin.
Not you running away from
Make your
me.
way to the prep room.
This is very interesting indeed.
I'm kind of just like that one person that.
Okay, there we go. Now I can actually kind of back on.
Oh, say, do you have like the person?
Oh, everyone gets to hear Trevin's voice for the first time. How exciting!
Should be. I think you just go into settings and then.
Oh yeah, let's see this.
It's just not in settings. Where the hell is it? They always hide this shit.
Schweiger.
I love Trajan.
I didn't do it on purpose.
It should be able to include UI.
No, you can't find it.
I know.
Yeah, I really can't.
Security camera in here. Where's the lead?
It was in here, but.
China sounds right.
Calibration mirror.
Is it under camera? Is that where it is?
I'm glad I don't have
My menu's kind of bugging out too.
Calibration.
whipping people into
Okay,
blue.
and I don't have that, so.
Automatic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Move you.
Shoot.
Take.
These are pictures
I
from
know
old tours. Oh, the picture's fine.
Is it what's here in Cali this week?
What am I missing? It's in here somewhere.
I'm actually curious about that.
Whoa. Why are all the pictures
The photos.
Oh, they're all like flickering.
From what I've heard, I'm already excited for however long it takes.
And that's causing a glitch effect.
I know.
It's in the.
It just works.
Oh, right. I have this on.
Yeah, guys.
My menu's kind of bugged out.
I will smack you. I know exactly what you're referencing. I will smack you.
Mary's trying to get your attention.
Well, you got something against Todd?
I'll be watching
I'm sorry.
every single
You're pretending to be me?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
No, I'm slightly lagging.
Everybody you say, I'll be watching you.
No, I don't know. I didn't see it.
Frames.
So what? There's two of you now?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It seems you've met with an uncertain fate. You find yourself at an interdimensional crossroad. A rendezvous of travelers between worlds. My name is Sheen. I am a highly metastasized, infomorphic, mimetic meme complex, and one of the tour guides of VRTravellers. We create Immersive, story-based tours with original writing, beautiful worlds, voice acting, and 100% wholesome team effort. Welcome to the rendezvous. Our point of contact to the narrative domain. Travelers, tonight we will be telling the story of the Scavenger. You are welcome to stream and or record tonight's event, as we do this for free, for fun, to be a bright spot in the world today. But, traveler, 10,000 apologies. Tonight's tour is not given by me. No. Tonight's tour is much better. Tonight's tour will be told by the greatest voice actor to ever grace the virtual halls of VRChat. Yes, tonight's tour, The Scavenger, will be told to you by the one, the only, Tragem.
There we go.
I love you, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wait, that's nice. So nice.
Wasting your ammo there, buddy?
Yes.
Thank you, Shane, for that introduction, and for letting me borrow your exoskeleton once again. Good evening, friends, newcomers, and regulars alike. Tonight's story is the tale of the Scavenger, a short adventure compared to our other events. However, don't let that fool you. The Scavenger is still dense with plot. Additionally, while our events are usually interactive, tonight's event is being guided by the encephalon, which means you are fated to meet the bad ending tonight. But please don't let that discourage you. After all, there is a silver lining to every cloud, even ether clouds. My friends, tonight we are descending, but we're not quite going to make it all the way into the narrative domain. No, we're going somewhere a little bit unconventional. My friends, before I take us, there are only 2 rules. Number 1, as you are all so kindly doing, while narration is occurring, please remain silent, so that the story may continue. However, as we walk from place to place, you are more than welcome to talk amongst yourselves. Secondly, please remain with me, your tour guide, at all times. If you require help or get lost, Sheen is here to help you. Now, my friends, without further ado, those in front of me kindly step aside, so I have space to drop a portal to tonight's instance. My friends, please do not enter the portal until I give the signal.
Yeah, so Kamikaze ran into the portal. Last week.
It appears stable. Please wait for me at the entrance to this world. We will see you all there.
Onward, friends!
There we go. Oh.
What?
Oh. That should not be. Do I have environment turned on?
Sorry, what do you mean?
For the person.
Oh yeah, there's new features.
There we go.
Allow horizon adjust.
I am told the portal closed behind me, so Sheena's going to take a few minutes to make sure everyone makes it.
You just got fucked by the owner. You gotta do something about that, my brother.
Because I was gonna say we could continue to use the Browning high tower to see if it would work, but then I'm like,
Yeah, you're unarmed. You should have a pistol.
Whatever it is, I bet there's
Apparently I'm just a watching.
You should have a pistol.
well, I'm not a warmonger, now am I?
Get a pistol. You're
Wow.
gonna have to ask
Oh, it's not using. Wow, what's up?
you need a pistol.
I think
How are you supposed to keep the neighborhood safe
Sound
with
like
your
you're an
pistol?
imposter. Because you sound like someone.
Because it's fucking cool. While tasers only work for like...
That's just like it's
Aren't you a cute little teacher? Hello.
Yeah. We don't know.
Yeah, quit calling me out.
Not really. These guys look like they're strong people.
So like someone got a soundboard.
Should I shake your hand? Apparently you can
Social interaction 100.
go into some sort of hell if you poop.
Soundboards are
Well,
fun.
imagine social interaction, kinda cringe.
I've always been a soundboard.
You look so naked without your back.
I know.
Apparently you're famous in
When I was
Norway.
killed, they stole all my stuff from me. So now, as a ghost, I am naked. I know.
Or is it like...
The cube.
And this is why you don't work for a mafia.
Yeah, but it's got like...
What's wrong with Panda? You're opaque now.
Well, what? Yeah, no.
I can see right through you. You're opaque.
Transparent. Opaque.
Transparent tech nerd.
Is the opposite of transparent.
Okay, alright.
Hello, Lucian. How are
Okay, now
you?
you're gone.
Good.
I guess I'm having too much fun with
Must
bubble
be
wrap.
nice.
We should be starting pretty soon here.
Have nubs.
I think we're just...
No.
Hey, Jim, are we just waiting on Steve?
About a month?
Yeah, two or three minutes, I reckon, because
Sergeant?
this headset is broken
I think you might be doing some
Apologies. The portal closed behind me and we're trying to get the last few people in. They're new, so it's a little complicated.
Fair enough.
We'll be starting in a few minutes. My apologies for the delay.
No worries.
Little nub snaps.
It happens.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah. Can't blame them, that's a VRChat issue right there.
With the soul effect, but I have
Check
how
will
I'm
work.
going to further apply.
I can play with your name tag. For your
I mean,
lanyard.
if anything,
Yes, you can play with my name tag.
I want to focus on my on
Playing with your hair is more fun, though.
anyway. So
How lewd.
So we have police officers here.
I still can't do that.
Well,
Police
a police
officers.
officer
Oh,
and
there's
two
only one of
soldiers.
those, and it's that nerd right there. Look at him. What a nerd.
Nerdy.
Ghost cat. Ghost cat. Okay,
Yeah,
ghost cat.
that's
You've done it
more
now.
useful than we are.
You know, Julia.
No. I just don't know who they are.
I would say
Close, we're snobby officers in the military.
I think you both are into that, so I'm just gonna.
Yes, he's a lieutenant colonel and then I'm a major.
Okay.
Personal versus.
What do you major in?
No.
Hey, so
She
that's my
majors in
rank.
riding.
Down.
That's a cat giving you crew.
I'm fine.
just a little bit of public embarrassment.
What kind of a name is Ask Me?
Not
I
about
am
your sticks. I said
aggressively trying not to swear.
Ask what your spend was.
Like the veins are popping out of my arms and my legs.
Electron.
We were talking about my stuff.
Why not? Like 5 friends.
Stop.
Oh my god.
Well, you're the one who chose an avatar that's literally
10,
sweet.
9,
Chaos ensues.
Okay, 2 are
8,
starting, so we can stop for the time being.
7,
Guys, it's starting! It's starting!
6,
Okay, it's starting.
5,
Get your popcorn, it's
Look at the clouds and be
4,
silent.
3,
Well, damn.
2, and 1. My friends, apologies for tonight's delay. Please, before we begin, turn your world music down to 0. We are starting in pensive silence. I ask you to close your eyes and picture the following as the story begins. They say the last piece of land silently slipped away into the cloud sea 4,000 years ago. Ever since, people have resorted to living in buildings and airships, carried aloft by giant creatures called titans. They resemble gigantic fish, mammals, or reptiles. One of few bastions of civilization left afloat is called Argentum, a mighty trade city carried by the largest remaining titan in existence, Goldmouth. Ever since the last land vanished, titans have been dying, taking with them any humans who are relying on them. You can tell the health of a titan by looking at its gills. Its glowing stripes, brighter and bluer, is better. However, at some point in the future, unless something changes, there will be no more titans left. Which means no more people. Just white clouds, white sky, and complete stillness. Speaking of stillness, our protagonist is very much the opposite. My friends, turn your world music back on and let the adventurous melody fill your veins with vigor. The Scavenger has lived alone in his home on the back of his own Titan for 12 years, ever since his father passed away peacefully in his sleep. Since then, his only company has been this Titan upon which we stand, affectionately dubbed Gramps, and those he sees when he goes to Argentum. The Scavenger has a mental link with his Titan. It's a common thing to happen between a Titan and whoever captains it. they've both grown used to staying out of one another's minds, unless they really have to. In case you haven't figured it out, the scavenger makes a living by scavenging, diving into the dense ether sea and pulling up any scraps drifting that he can sell at Argentum's Bazaar. You'll be surprised at what builds up below the surface down there. Well, enough talk, friends. Let's sell our latest finds at the bazaar. Let's head over there now and see what sort of profit we can make. Please, follow me.
Wait.
So, Cat and Panda, mind telling me why you were cat?
We are stopping here.
Okay.
Yeah, that works too. Otherwise, because it could.
My friends, turn to your back left. Behold, the face of Gramps, the titan upon which the scavenger lives. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being most handsome and 10 being most handsome, how handsome is he?
11.
Over 9,000.
15. 5?
All answers are valid, my friends. However, he is not only handsome, but he's looking rather impatient. We should probably stop staring and keep moving. This way, friends.
Why did you make us stop and stare at him in the first place?
Yeah.
A narrative to bask in his glorious handsomeness.
Speaking of narrative, we're also stopping here. As he skips along the main deck, the scavenger pauses. Something catches his eye. He notices a vessel docked to the east. Over there, a black ship. But there's no Titan. How is it staying afloat? That means it is a Torna ship. The scavenger has heard of them, and he doesn't like them. They carry around weapons and like to bully people. He makes a mental note. If he sees any Tornans, he's going to steer wide and avoid them. Spoilers. He won't.
Spoilers!
Wow. So ominous.
Oh no, spoilers!
Soiled it.
Soiled it.
Soiled it.
Soiled it.
Soiled it. Soiled this. Soiled it. Soiled.
Great, I don't know how to make a good reference to the
My ears.
chorus or kind of thing in Big Tragedies. I don't know. That's that kind of thing.
Hello, young traveler.
To those who just soiled themselves, my apologies. Water is a limited supply on Argentum. The story continues. Here we are at the Argentum Bazaar. Coming here is always a buzz for the scavenger. He can't wait to make some trades and maybe even some coin as profit. My friends, at this point in the story, I have a quest for you all. Behind you, you'll see the bazaar itself. It is under the dotted yellow lights. This is going to be your search area. Please remain in the bazaar as you complete the following task. You need to locate the following items: a large scroll, an anvil, necklaces, and a place to sit and eat soup. You have 5 minutes to find these items. Starting... we've already started, apparently. If anyone needs the list...
Could someone help? Cat and Panda's head is stuck in the roof of this little
It's
building
fine,
here.
don't worry about it. I've got a safe point.
Insurance would cover it, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello.
insurance, not health insurance. You're on your own.
I've found a scroll. The scrolls are here. I repeat, the scrolls are over.
Hells yeah.
Drying ass fucking suit.
Soup of the day.
It's soup soup.
I mean, that's what you get it for.
Oh.
Alright,
Over here.
Bazinga! We're done.
Awesome.
Of course I found the scroll.
Can't see shit.
I'm good at
Hey, you've probably done
investigating.
this like 30
I am
fucking
important.
times.
You actually signed a contract. Did you read the fine print?
I've never done this tour before.
Sorry, what fun thing?
That was some delicious soup.
Anyway,
This soup is very good.
Oh, damn it. Was that the piece of
Oh,
paper
yeah,
I
was
was
that
supposed to
floppy
read? Oh, god damn it.
Pretty sure there's some
Don't mind us. There's apparently
lobster
some
in that
insurance
soup,
conversation going over here.
or maybe crabs.
Is that a floppy disk? Oh boy, I
Yes,
love
it's a
insurance
save point.
policies.
no, he's just happy to see you.
Eh. We don't have health insurance, but we don't have health insurance.
Nice club you got here, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
and apparently there's no health insurance with being with the VRTravellers. So why do you think we always stock up on healing items and healing other stuff?
I'm a bit too
Fortunately, Elder Man, none of you are physically here. We are projecting willpower down from the real number domain, so there isn't actually a risk to your health.
Huh. And yet I still feel pain when I fall off cliffs.
That sounds like a you issue.
Yeah, that's
You didn't know about that?
Yeah, it actually does sound like a me issue.
You didn't know about that? Ginkgo Insurance?
I don't think Sheen is allowed to have that sort of insurance or something.
It's looking like people are finishing up.
Yes, they did. Celestial Rose.
There it is. I've been wanting to do it in like 10 seconds. But, you know,
You're seriously blocking off the entrance to that with your backpack?
That pack is nice, but have you seen the one on LTTstore.com?
Delicious.
Yep, LTTstore.com.
It's maple flavored.
Yes.
Yum.
The
Not
new
clever.
backpack is available for only $250 American dollars.
Excuse me. You know what? Does your can your backpack fit a campfire?
Can your backpack do this?
Yes.
It could probably fit the firewood.
Yes, but it is ultra combustible and it destroys everything else in its path.
campfire with you? Yeah.
That's cool. As one does.
The trick is to make sure that the fire understands boundaries.
Yeah. This tour is filled with a lot of these neon creatures today.
Yes.
I like it.
They were actually all new last time.
Did you know that if you tell fire you do not consent to it burning you, it can't burn you?
I'm not using
So you got like the Skittles everywhere.
That's an important thing.
And the other one.
Yes, I threw a tomato at you.
Travel the
There's
rainbow,
tomatoes.
taste the rainbow.
It works with rain as well. You should try it.
Hey.
I'm gonna try.
There's
If I
tomatoes.
remember, I'm gonna try that. If I remember, I hope.
Cat, not everyone's here yet. Some people are having fun over in the bazaar.
Carrot.
Fun on my tour.
That is cute, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, my dog.
And Sheen's there too, so I don't know. They seem okay.
Just gonna throw money at you.
Yeah, I don't think.
I will telepathically rope them in from this distance.
Sheen has the approval, so you can do it.
Yes, because actually.
Yeah, good point.
Yes, I am.
And Sheen.
Sheen's on a mini tour. There's a mini tour within the tour.
Doesn't your nose make the
Tour
sound?
section.
Yeah, I mean, he was, from what I can hear, he has been out doing his whole random finding people to join the tour thing.
How much do you pay if you want? How much do you pay if you want? How much is if I want you in a bedroom?
Tour within a tour.
My friends, your attention, please. My friends, I ask for your attention. I believe we are all here. My friends, your attention, please.
The regret is kicking in.
The 4 items you had to find: a large scroll, an anvil, necklaces, and a place to sit and eat soup. Did you all succeed on your quest?
Yes, we did. Pretty easy quest.
Very well. In that case, a small test, just to be sure. VRChat, do you speak? Sometimes, point to someone to speak on behalf of you. Volunteer someone as tribute. Are you pointing to Nixie? Nixie, do you speak?
Yes, I speak.
Very well. What color was the soup?
Red.
Was it red?
Yes, definitely.
Well done, it was red. My friends, you have successfully completed the first quest.
Outstanding work, everyone. Good job.
The scavenger is about to head up for a bite to eat. But something strikes him. Not physically, but mentally, right in the middle of his head. A sudden and sharp, "Come back now!" It takes all his attention not to be overwhelmed by it. He realizes what it is. Gramps needs our help. My friends, quickly, this way.
How did you get in here? I can't fit in here. It's like an invisible wall.
There's the trouble. I have a gun, don't worry.
And we lost him in the clouds.
The scavenger runs along the pier and skids to a halt. Gramps is looking at him, but he's not saying anything. He doesn't need to. The scavenger immediately sees the problem. Gramps' gills, those blue lines, have dulled and discolored. Gramps isn't well. He's sick. No problem, says the scavenger. They'll have medicine in the bazaar. They always do. I'll be right back. And with that, my friends, a lot of back and forth, isn't there? Back to the bazaar.
Let's do it. What is an RPG without backtracking?
Pretty sure it's like from Mania games come away from this fact that RPGs or whatever.
Equalization faster than me. Oh wait, no. Actually, never mind. And now I passed him. I was worried over nothing.
Yeah, pass me on my screen.
Quest with friends. What could be better?
Cornbread.
Friends?
Cornbread.
I agree with that. Cornbread.
So this is a quest that's on a rerun of a tour, so then it's a backlog.
The scavenger hurries to the stall that normally sells medicine for Titans with the coin that he got from his trades in hand. But when he gets there, he sees there's nothing left. He checks another stall that might have it. Nothing. He checks another. Nothing, and another. Nothing. He asks every stall owner, and they all give him the same answer. There's no medicine left. Somebody taps his shoulder. He turns. It's another scavenger, a few years older than him. He introduces himself. as a crew member of the airship on the north side of Argentum. He says he couldn't help but overhear, but he's also been looking for such medicine and hasn't been able to find anything at all. He asks the Scavenger for a favor, and the Scavenger agrees, so the crewman takes him to the North Dock. My friends, please follow me.
When the crew member is
What is a second?
That is definitely a beautiful ship.
What? When did that?
And that's a beautiful Titan.
Oh,
You're a beautiful Titan.
Oh,
You're all beautiful Titans.
funny man. Oh, yes.
Funny
Cute
little Titan.
Yeah, it's cute.
Haha.
It is adorable.
Nice, funny little thing.
Dorkable.
Nice, funny little thing.
This is our ship, says the crewman. It's not much, but my family has been working on it for decades. We are particularly proud of it. The Scavenger looks it over. He's honestly not very impressed. There's something industrial about it. Something sterile. But at the same time, the idea of a family all working together makes him feel like he's missing something. The crewman says this way and takes him up to the top. It's about to get rather cramped.
Definitely cramped.
Ooh.
Dang it, I can't become the L barrel. I can't fit inside
So
this
it
thing.
goes several feet.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh, this takes me back to my Xenoblade days.
And I made it up. Up to the top.
Are we gonna go through the entire game? That'd be so cool.
This is nice.
There you
Not throwing
This world is
stuff off.
Argentum.
Yes.
What are you talking about? This is definitely roomy up here. Oh, fuck.
And someone fell.
Well, at least it's not the Great Southern Mine Shaft.
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah.
someone right now.
He makes a good
Yeah,
point.
that is a lot
This
more
looks like it'd be an Airbnb room.
cramped. Yeah.
The crewman and the Scavenger climb all the way to the top. And he asks the Scavenger to take a close look at their Titan. See if he thinks it's the same sickness that they're both dealing with. The Scavenger looks down. The crewman's family has come out, all looking up expectantly. The Scavenger takes a look as best he can. The loss of glow is about the same, and that greenish tinge also very similar. Pulses of light are lasting about 4 seconds. The Scavenger says, yes, it's probably the same sickness. The crewman suddenly looks very worried. If they tell the wrong person, they'll end up getting asked to leave Argentum. And they can't afford that right now. The Scavenger looks out across the sea and then has an idea. They can ask the chairman of the bazaar. He keeps track of shipments. He should know when medicine is coming in next. They'd need to avoid mentioning that their titans are unwell. The crewman hesitates, but agrees. We must have put everything into charisma. My friends, this way. Please resist the urge to jump.
Too late.
That is a
back.
very hard, that is a
But
very hard
actually,
urge to
not a bad
resist.
idea.
Exactly. So instead, I'm just gonna be walking on the railings.
Actually, not going to break my bones this time.
Congratulations, you've learnt flutter jumps. Aha.
Well, going down this.
I don't know. It's part of being a level.
Oh, it's long.
What? Why?
Like I said, I'm a cat. I don't care.
You're not allowed in. Were you denied entrance?
Yep, we lost Cat and Panda.
The truth.
Rip Captain Panda.
You're trying to.
Alright, time to climb more stairs. Oh, wait.
Not yet, though.
Or not.
Gotta get that cardio in, bro.
Not yet, anyway.
Oh, I thought it was a
Yeah, not
little
yet.
further in.
I lost my connection with Sheen. One moment.
Oh, okay.
He is, don't say the L word, but he's misplaced himself.
Shane! Somebody find this man!
Don't worry, we'll be fine. I hope.
There he is.
Sheen! Everyone, keep calling his name. He'll find us eventually. Sheen!
Up here, friends. Upstairs. This way.
Okay.
Treasure, you should really call them
Oh.
and tell them and
The room that is
And we
definitely
should
not
just
for
fucking
Xenoblade
hide them.
Chronicles 2. Game.
Did anyone play
Oh, cool.
Xenoblade 2?
How big is the person who actually
I've
played
not played any of the Xenoblade games.
Yeah, not like that this is relevant. This is completely unrelated to that game in every way, shape, and form.
Yep, totally.
we use a lot of Xenogears lore in our stories.
I heard that Xenoblade 3 really throws a wrench into the lore.
Why do you have such a big desk,
That's what
dude?
I've heard, but I have no idea how that even works.
15
Have a lot
people
of
use
papers,
this desk all at the same time. That's my explanation.
It's not an ego thing where you want to look
Treasure,
down
though.
at everyone?
Let's get here.
No, it's
No,
just that
it's just
17
storage.
people use this desk.
Okay.
We found Sheen.
Oh.
Well, this is checking out other people, so it's not that big.
Right. We were supposed to go after Sheen. It's part of the thing.
You finally arrived. Tom, let's get straight to the matter at hand. You owe $50 million due to all of your tax evasion. I'm going to need that by next week.
Who told you about that?
Oh, so you're involved. Alright, so you can then split it with them. So I will need... So please refrain from firing. This was a very expensive bulletproof suit.
Don't talk about me. I have Google Maps.
My friends, now that we're all here, the story continues.
I'm never all here.
Pack, don't speak. The scavenger and crewman step into the chairman's office once he's free. He comes across as an abrasive and busy man, but the scavenger knows. He's known him for a while. Deep down, the chairman is just a big softy. The scavenger greets him with finger guns and a big grin and butters him up with some small talk and compliments. The chairman isn't having it. He asks what he wants. The scavenger inquires about the last shipment that had medicine on it. The chairman sighs, rolls his eyes, takes out his big old ledger, and starts leafing through pages. He browses for a short while, and after a minute, he says, "The last shipment never came in." His expression is... What is that? Is he afraid of something? The scavenger's about to ask something else, but the chairman looks up and tells them to both leave immediately. They turn and look, and standing in the doorway is the commander of the Black Tawner ship. The scavenger winces, and he and the crewman thank the chairman for his time and step outside. The crewman thanks the scavenger for his help and agrees to buy him a meal and room at the inn so they can all figure out what to do in the morning. The scavenger cannot say no to free food. The crewman hands the scavenger enough coin for both and disappears to do something else, he supposes. My friends, let's go upstairs.
Free food! Woo!
Free food!
Hungry.
Love to see it.
Free food!
Mark, stomach.
Can't wait to order a free meal of something that isn't as simple as salad.
Look, the salad was delicious, okay? I regret nothing.
I bet it's beans.
Beans.
That's a big bean right there.
Here we are, friends. Let's find a table to gather around.
There, right next to my wall here.
Yes, this one will do. My friends, gather around this table.
Somebody touch my spaghetti.
You're getting all your tail hair in the spaghetti.
I love my singular bread roll.
And tasty.
My friends, the story continues. The scavenger arrives at the inn alone, as usual. He is greeted by a waiter, accepts a table, and makes his order. What's he ordering today? Pasta, a single apple on a plate, and an Akiba boy. Very well.
This is...
He looks about as he waits. It's not very busy, but nobody else is eating alone like he is. He feels a little awkward, and then suddenly remembers, oh, he told Gramps he would be right back. He opens up a mental link and sends a quick message to him. Looking for medicine. Staying here tonight. See you in the morning. There's no reply, but that's normal. His food arrives, and just as he begins to eat, he notices someone is standing at his table. Just waiting. The person sits down without being addressed. The scavenger is worried. He looks up. Oh, it's just the crewman. But he's wearing a very concerned expression. The crewman leans in and says he just heard last shipment was destroyed by the Torna vessel. The Torna commander is claiming it was an accident. It showed up as something different on their radar. He's here to sort it out with Argentum's admiral, apparently. The crewman pauses and checks over his shoulders and says he thinks it was sabotage. The crewman wants to sneak onto the Torna vessel before dawn, and he wants the Scavenger to help. The Scavenger isn't sure. He thinks about what would happen to Gramps if they were caught. But then he thinks, what if the crewman is right? What if Torna intentionally attacked the shipment and stole everything? Why would they do that? The Scavenger agrees. Meet me in the bazaar before dawn, the crewman repeats, and he gets up and leaves. Sneaking onto the Torna ship sounds thrilling, but the adrenaline slowly wears off, and the Scavenger feels a pasta-induced food coma coming on. He checks into a room using the last of the crewman's coin. This way, my friends.
Onward to snoozing.
Yeah. Not as powerful as the salad-based food coma.
One room for 37.
That's totally not suspicious.
Easy. I'll just book a room at the Grand Hilbert Hotel.
Oh, bad.
Actually, there are 34 people here.
Look, we just need
As
extra
far as
space
you
just
know.
in case.
I guess if you include the Encephalon and the Scavenger.
True, yeah.
I also got the man in the corner.
That's... Agent is one for...
If you include the Scavenger's appetite, it's 37.
Perfect.
It's not apple on a plate.
This bed is comfortable.
Got a ball. And
This way, friend. The story continues.
What? Is it that?
Travelers,
Who do you think said
at
that?
this stage in the story, please kindly turn your world music back down to 0. I repeat, turn your world music back down to 0.
Okay, thoughts teams.
The Scavenger sleeps restlessly. Dreams and images flash before his eyes. He sees the black outline of the Torna vessel, lined with silver moonlight. He sees a blue bird with one wing, spiraling out of a vast, empty sky. He sees an empty hallway made of steel, filled with swirling dust and smoke. He sees a red moon rise over a sea of crimson, like a great round eye. He sees a figure burst from a window with an explosion of glass and fire, tumbling down into a dark, jagged landscape. and he sees the face of Gramps. Emotionless, gills dark, slowly sinking beneath the surface of the cloud sea. The scavenger wakes up with a start. Someone bangs on his door. He gets up and opens it, and he sees the crewman standing there. But he has a full bag over his shoulder. You would have gotten caught, the crewman says with a wry expression, and he goes on to explain that he already managed to get 2 doses of medicine by himself. That sneaky rascal. He did it without us. How could he do that? Ah, come to think of it, the scavenger thinks he slept in. The crewman asks the scavenger for help once more. He says nobody on his ship quite knows how to administer this particular medicine. Their doctor died 2 weeks ago. The scavenger is annoyed that the crewman snuck off without him. And yet, he can't help but feel honored. But just as he steps outside his room, he feels a shift. He feels a break, a tear. His psychic link with Gramps is shattered. My friends, normally at this part in the story, you will have a choice to make. The first choice is to not help the crewman give the medicine to his titan, and instead go and see what's wrong with Gramps. The second choice is to help the titan of the crewman's family first, and check on Gramps afterward. The encephalon observes your will, travelers. However, it will not allow any deviations from the mimetic recordings. Thus, we are choosing option B, and the story continues. The scavenger fights against his own instincts and decides to follow the crewman. They have a whole family of people relying on their titan. They rush out of Argentum and toward the North Dock. My friends, please follow me.
What is an encephalon?
It's an
It means brain.
Yeah. So there's some greater force here that we don't know anything about that'll probably become relevant in season 3. Who knows?
Well, I'm quite sure it will.
Or it won't. Who knows?
It could just be the guide of the guide. For all we know.
I've gotten good boosts before like that. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, we are dropping down, bitch. I think I gotta try for another boost.
Because he is a fool.
Why is this so hard to get a good boost?
It did earlier.
Ignore him. He's fine.
It works all the time.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm used to it.
You can get up, right? You can get up, right?
If he wants to keep brain damaging himself, by all means, let him.
Brain damage?
Drain damage.
Death.
Cute. Oh, cute.
Don't have anything.
One of these days, I'm gonna be on a tour where my bones don't break, period.
Your bones look fine.
The scavenger and the crewman make it to the North Dock. They both look up. The Titan's gills have almost all gone dark. The entire ship creaks and groans. Cargo slides along the angled deck. He got bad quickly. My friends, there isn't much time left. Hurry!
Okay, I'll hurry.
And who's tech at a second? Why is it so difficult to land one of those? I swear we'll get
So
better
many
at it.
stairs to climb.
It's exercise. It won't kill you.
Just think about it. More stairs to fall down and break more legs.
Oh fuck! Oh god. There goes Pack. And there goes another person. We keep losing fellow travelers on this trip. It's a very risky place.
Definitely, I
Someone
haven't
could
been
fall
on
to
this
their
flight
doom.
before. Yeah, it is.
And they're the show-offs going on the highest point. Because I can make it there.
Okay, give me a sec. I'll be up there.
The story continues. The ship's hull is slowly sinking. Ether clouds are spilling onto the deck. His family are screaming for them to hurry. They both make it to the top, and the crewman holds the scavenger steady. The scavenger holds his breath, medicine in his hands, and he applies it. The effects are almost instant. The gills flash once, and then glow steadily. The blue color returns. The ship is pulled up out of the cloud sea. They are all saved, and they cheer and rejoice. Except the scavenger. He reaches out for Gramps with his mind. Nothing. There's nothing. Gramps is gone. Something steals his attention. A noise that rattles him to the bone. The deck vibrates. Argentum creaks. He looks up. Goldmouth, the great titan, is weeping. He sees it, just a quick glimpse. Something shining blue falls from the eye of the great titan, a single tear, and it plummets down toward the upper deck. And the scavenger sees him, standing on the upper deck already, waiting, is the Black Tornin commander. The scavenger has an idea or two about who is to blame for all this. My friends, it is time for a confrontation. Please follow me.
Alright, now I don't want to alarm anyone, but I think I just saw a cell down there.
Alarm me? How would you alarm everyone?
Well, there's a grand attack.
Why, hello there, silly boy.
Hello. I've been told there's a doppelganger of me.
Yes, there is. Would be an understatement.
Aww.
Sheen, did you jump?
I don't even think
Never.
I climbed up there yet.
subscribed.
First time again, I wasn't really paying attention, so.
Everyone, if we see Cell, tell him, "Hi, Cell. You're really cool."
My friends, I would suggest going ahead of me. I might take an unexpected turn and you get lost.
He's here. What do you mean? Do half of you not see me?
Aren't they fun?
They are.
Shortcuts are illegal.
Oh, Cell's already here.
Shortcuts are
How
illegal.
embarrassing.
Only in competition.
They randomly shattered on the
No.
trail.
They're
You take a
illegal, but are
shortcut
they a
on
warp?
tour, I will cut you short.
Oh! I'm already short. I can't get any shorter than how I already am.
Oh, trust
As long as
me,
I don't
you
no
can.
clip into the back rooms, I'm good.
Oh my
I'd like to see you
god.
try, Trajan.
I'm a pro at walking backwards.
Look, I've been
I
to
would
the back
take
rooms
Trajan's
before. They are
advice if I
not
were
fun.
you. He's already cut me short
the
several
back rooms
times,
aren't that
and I'm
bad.
still too long for him.
He looks like he's cut you along sideways, Sheen.
So, are you saying
Walking
you
around
used to be
spliced
Titan
up anyhow.
sized?
Speed tech.
Who's breathing so hard?
Someone who laughs like that, I guess.
Calm down. It's okay. We're walking upstairs in VR. You don't have to feel it physically.
Look, look.
I mean, unless you have phantom sense.
If I had phantom sense for stairs, I would never play VR.
Imagine. Yikes.
But I don't think the treadmill would be small enough for me.
Wow, this is the
I
best
think the
walk
small
I've ever
foot you
had.
can allow, it allows like 4'11" or something like that.
Hamster wheel.
I don't know. A few other times we've yelled "walk this way." That really enhances the experience.
Walk this way.
Stopping.
Stop this way.
So why did Pack?
Thing.
It's a bird.
Yeah, that's a cool avatar.
Pack lover the bird.
Hey, Fee. Say hi to Cell.
There he is. The commander of the Torna ship has noticed the scavenger, who is now joined by the crewmen. And standing either side of the commander are two Tornan gunmen. The commander is carrying a small box in his hands. Even without seeing what's inside, the scavenger can feel some sort of energy. There's some noise behind them. Two of the guards of Argentum are rushing up to see what's going on. But before anyone can say anything, the commander gives a single gesture, and both gunmen fire at the guards. The light is hot and bright, and there's the sound of material being disintegrated. My friends, at this point in the story, usually you are to make a choice. However, the encephalon observes your will, and it will not allow any deviations from the mimetic recordings. Therefore, your choices are as follows. Stand against this wall if you wish to attack one of the gunmen. Stand against this wall if you wish to go straight for the commander himself. Please make your choice.
Yeah, let's go straight for the commander. Take him out, and those gunmen will panic whale its little chicken shits.
With what weapon?
I was able to
Go
at least
for the
effectively
head of the
throw
snake.
myself off that.
Choices don't matter.
I have no weapon either way.
Go for the head of
The
the lizard.
long Lego
As
Yoda
Thanos once
is
said,
the
go for the
first.
head.
Hit the if you break the box.
I didn't even realize that was you.
Wait, when was your next some sort of...
I'm gonna slap box that commander.
It's alright, I have a foot, and he's got junk between his legs.
My friends, apologies to everybody on this wall. It appears the majority wants to go for the commander himself. Therefore, this is what happens. The scavenger sees the gunman just standing there reloading. He sees an opening, an opportunity. The commander is standing there holding just the box. This is his time. The scavenger barrels toward his target. But the crewman yells something. Watch out! Huh? The scavenger turns his head a little, and he sees a flash of white in his direction coming from the standing gunman. The scavenger feels a tickle, a gentle touch, and then nothingness. In an instant, reality melts away. The scavenger's lingering consciousness is aware of a falling sensation. Falling down, down, and landing in something dense. It embraces him. It welcomes him back. Travelers. The scavenger was instantly killed. And we have arrived at the bad ending of the scavenger. Well done, everyone.
This is the outcome I've always wanted. Out fucking standing.
My friends, I would still like to hold your attention for a few minutes. Shortly, especially for your newcomers, Sheen will take over in a minute, and he has some announcements for you. But before we do, I suggest we take a group photo. Do people have suggestions as to where this photo should be taken? Hellman, I see you waving.
Yeah, the upper deck,
in front of Grams.
over
That's a
there.
great idea.
We did that last
over that.
time.
Or we could go to Grams.
How
I
about
don't know.
What are you pointing at?
Can we see Grams from the deck there? Because we could set up the camera to be looking down on
A bunch of crates. May I ask why?
Because that's where it was when I was first on this tour for the good ending. Like, you have a little nostalgia.
Wait, when did you get here? Like, just in the server in general.
I
know you were
see.
here, like, just in general.
2 years ago.
My
Yeah, no,
friends,
Gramps is over there and he's too far down.
may I ask, is there somebody who has the ability to take photographs remotely?
I have a camera.
Photographer.
Right here.
Oh,
Good Zeus 2050-819C. Are you happy to be tonight's photographer?
Yeah.
Very well. My friends. Anyway, my friends over here for tonight's group photo.
Make sure all avatars are turned on when you take the picture.
I did tell him to shut up with my look.
This Horizon Adjust feature is
remember
the
these
most
being the
dangerous
crates.
thing I've ever had.
My friends, against this pile of random, very interesting objects, and we are facing out toward that fish. God Zeus.
It is a fish!
Ah, Koenig is also taking a photo.
Oh, good.
As they say, the more the merrier.
And I can also post those pictures for
The
you.
merrier the
Just
more,
VRTrade them.
indeed. That would be wonderful.
That's a big giant white cube that's blocking a bunch of avatars.
God Zeus and Koenig, please let us know when you're ready.
Turn off that thing. It has a shader. Everyone's gonna see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's.
Thank
Is your camera good to go, hun?
Okay, it's ready.
Yeah, my camera's good.
Very well. My friends,
All right,
on the count of
5-second
3,
timer on my end.
what are we saying?
Evaporate.
Mortar?
Disintegration.
Soiled death.
All right,
Very
one more
well.
5-second timer here.
My friends, on the count of 3, soiled death and the photos will be taken. 1, 2, 3. Soiled
Who just swung in my face?
We good? We got good?
Is she photobombing?
No.
Oh, nope, no, he's not.
Imagine. Cube transfer.
Oh, photos are taken?
Yes.
Cube
Yeah, I think
transfer.
Alright, let me turn off.
Hello, travelers, interdimensional crawlers, readers, listeners, vessels of compassion. Hello there and welcome, and congratulations for reaching the end of this tour. Travelers, listen carefully before I say another silly word. Put your hands together for the one and Trey Jim, the tour guide.
It's a very unpleasant sound that I have to use controllers.
Well done, Trey Jim. You've outdone me again, it seems. But that won't last for long, Trey Jim, you see, because I have something in the works. Something that will defeat you, finally. Something that you'll never be able to top, yes. Am I speaking about a tour? Oh, probably. But this tour will be something that you'll never be able to encapsulate with your creativity. Encephalon. Yes. Yes. Friends. Yes, friends, the whole enchilada, all of it, without limit. All the rules broken.
All the onions.
Trey Jim's angry.
Turn the shader off.
But friends, announcements, yes, announcements, friends. There are many newcomers here. Welcome to VRTravellers. We are a group of friends that do this every Saturday. We do this for fun. We do this for free. And we continue to create new stories for you. We do ask that you do a few things in return for us. And that is as follows, travelers. If you are a newcomer here, we kindly ask that you join our Patreon. And there we ask that you post.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
no, you lost your fucking money.
You don't post on Patreon.
you know what? Hey, travelers, listen carefully. I just got over COVID, so I get a pass. So be quiet.
What he's trying to say is give us money.
Wait, how did you catch COVID?
Listen carefully, travelers. Our tours are free, and we never charge for it. But we do have a Discord, and what I normally ask for is that you join our Discord, at the very least. And there, in our Discord, you post today's comments or pictures that you took. We want to know what you thought of today's tour. Was it good? Was it immersive? Was there something you thought that we could improve upon? We ask that you join our Discord and post your comments there. The Discord ID is my status in VRChat. Look at my status in VRChat to join our Discord. Also, of course, as I said, travelers, we do have a Patreon, but our tours are free. So I ask you this. If you would like to fund our tours, take a look at our Patreon. There, you can see behind the scenes what we're working on next. And also, here's a huge benefit that you may not have expected, newcomers. Joining our Patreon grants you access to play as an NPC in one of our tours. Now, you might be thinking, an NPC? There were no NPCs in today's tour. That's correct. Today's tour has no NPCs, but many of our tours do. And those NPCs are interactive and require you to remember lines and prepare and perform. It's quite fun, and if you have any questions, we highly encourage you to ask the community members about what it's like to be an NPC in our tour. So, to join our Patreon, please check the info channel in our Discord. And of course, I will end it with this. The Discord ID is my status in VRChat. Travelers, do you understand this? Res Nolia.
I do.
Bro, I still have one white can spray of Red Snowman left.